Hey guys, this is Josh Slot. I'm a trainerjosh.com, and thanks for checking out my little presentation today. I'm going to switch it up, do something a little bit different. But I want to talk about motivation, just the basics of motivations, things that I use to motivate my clients and also motivate myself. Believe it or not, it's not always easy for me to work out. I'm busy all the time, and sometimes I start putting my own workouts on the back burner, and I need things to keep myself motivated as well as my clients too. So I'm just going to go over one little thing that I like to focus on. It's called pleasure and pain. I actually picked this up from Anthony Robbins. He's a really great motivational and inspirational speaker and coach. I highly recommend you guys check out his stuff. He's really, really good. Okay, let's go on. So the big thing is taking action on our goals. A lot of people, they never take action on their goals. They want to do this, they want to do that, they talk and they talk about this, they want to get in shape, blah, 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 but they never take action. So there's two main reasons why we never take action, and that is to either avoid pain or to get pleasure. And for most part, it's more about avoiding pain for people. We'll, you know how many things you have to do? Say you have, remember back in college or high school, you had an exam coming up or you had a big essay you had to write. Instead of strategically planning it out early and doing a little bit at a time and planning it all out, we would usually associate that with pain. Nobody wants to go do that stuff. So eventually that's why so many people procrastinate, and we really put that stuff on the back burner until it's finally too late, and we usually do it the night before, and that's because we start associating the pain of going through that test more than we're going to associate it with actually doing the work. So the F grade looks a lot more painful than actually doing the work. So that's why we really get our rears in gear and start doing stuff then. So it's either to avoid pain or to get pleasure. I found most people do it to avoid pain. So so when we take this into the realm of working out and nutrition and eating right and getting your dream body, people associate way too much pain with working out, eating right. You hear it all the time. People make jokes about it, but the fact of it is people think it's painful to work out, they think it's painful to eat right, and it's just not worth it to them. The pleasure of having a great body and all that stuff isn't worth the maintenance, isn't worth all the working out that they associate it with it. And that's a big problem, and I'm going to help you guys overcome that today, because I know it's something that I've had a problem with too, and I know a lot of my clients go through it. So we're going to figure out how to use this to our advantage. So an example I like to use, why women don't wear makeup. Or why women actually wear makeup. So there's a bunch of reasons why they do. It's expensive, it takes a lot of time and energy to do it, and they don't really have fun doing it all the time, at least from what I heard. But the reason they do wear makeup is because the pain that they would experience from not wearing makeup is going to be more than if they do. So if the woman goes out and people are like, "What'd you do to your face?" or blah, 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 and it makes them feel bad because they're not wearing makeup. But the thing is, since they're not, that pain is going to be a lot more painful to them than it is actually taking the time and putting the money into wearing your makeup and getting your hair done and all that stuff. So that's why women wear makeup. It's one of the examples I like to use. If you're a guy, you can see you can definitely feel the empathy of that too, because nobody likes going through all that stuff, but the pain experienced to that is going to be a lot more than they didn't. And to see on the flip side, the pleasure part, why does people love chocolate? Everybody likes chocolate. I like chocolate in various forms. I couldn't eat chocolate straight up, but I like some chocolate flavored ice cream and stuff. But even though we know it's not good for us, we still eat it, because the pleasure of that chocolate is gonna definitely outweigh the harm that's gonna cause us. So we're definitely moving towards pleasure when we're eating chocolate. And that's another example I like to use, even though most people won't go towards pleasure until they feel that the pain isn't worth it. So how can we use this to our advantage? And what about us? Most people do anything to avoid training and eating right because they associate too much pain with it. That's definitely really, really true. A lot of my clients go through that, and it's a shame. It's the biggest factor, I think, from holding people back from taking action and getting on a consistent workout program. But on the flip side, I get loads of people coming up to me saying they have to get in shape in 30 days because they have a big birthday party coming up, or they're going to a a dinner out with their friends. They have a high school 20-year reunion or something coming up, and they have to get in shape for that. And that's when they start associating more pain with not looking good than they do with working out and training. So that's the point we're going to want to get to, so we can take advantage of that. Because you've heard it before, you probably experienced it yourself. You had an event coming up, it's your birthday in a month, or you're going on that trip to Hawaii and you want to look good on the beach, but you haven't worked out in months and you look horrible right now. And you don't want to walk on that beach looking untanned with a bad body and not looking good at all. And so that's when you start taking action finally. You hire a trainer, you start taking some classes, boot camp classes or whatever. Get on a nice meal plan for those 30 days because the pain of having a bad body is outweighing the pain of going through all that work. So that's when the pain is shifted. So we're going to try to take advantage of that. We want to change your pain. So what we're going to do, we're going to focus on not focusing on the pain of working out, and instead imagine you have a big event coming up and you want to get in shape for it. So even if you don't have anything coming up, make something up. Say, what I do is I plan it 6 weeks in advance. I'll either plan a little mini vacation. I'll go somewhere. I'll go down to Southern California. Or I'll go somewhere nice that I want to walk on the beach and look good, and I'll focus on that to get ready to get on a workout plan. Because it's hard for me to stay motivated. Sometimes my workouts are pretty intense, and I don't always look forward to it. But if I have something motivational wise to get me there, that pleasure and the pain I want to avoid, that's what I'm going to do. So also try to make it real. So you don't have to make up a trip that you're not going to go on. It's always great to reward yourself. You don't have to go on a vacation. You can go out to a nice dinner. You can, go to your local beach or whatever, or go to your local swimming pool. Whatever it takes, just make it real and plan it out in advance. Whatever it takes to get motivated. And once you do, let people know about it too. So you don't have to just keep it to yourself. You're much more likely to follow through with something if you tell somebody about it. So I would start telling your friends in 6 weeks, you're going to be going to Hawaii. Make it happen. Make sure it's real. Don't lie. You're going to go to Hawaii. You're going to stay there for 3 days. You're going to be walking on the beach. You're going to be wearing a bikini. You're going to be wearing slim cut clothes. And you're going to be taking pictures. And you're going to post those pictures on Facebook or whatever fan page, whatever thing you use. And you're going to let your friends know about it. This is going to give you the motivation and the accountability to follow through on that stuff. Because if you just keep it to yourself, eventually the pain is going to start to creep up on you and you're not going to want to follow through on it. So tell people about it and make sure that choice is your own too. Don't let me talk. Don't do it just because I told you to. Make yourself follow through it on your own, and you're much more likely to follow through with it if you do it yourself. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you got something out of this. Pleasure and pain for motivation. You take advantage of it, understand it, and then you can use it to your own benefit. This is Josh Slott from TrainerJosh.com. We'll talk to you soon.